Hello there, this is Retro Spirits Gaiden, and this is Gekirindan on the Egret 2 Mini, presented in TAITO mode. Why are we talking about Gekirindan today, as we wait a moment? Well, it's because I had this game back on the Sega Saturn, way back when, back in the early 2000s, briefly, and now I've got it on the Egret 2, and it's reminded me why I got rid of it. So Gekirindan is a rare game on the Sega Saturn, and it'll cost you a lot of money. And initially when you look at it you think, ooh, this is another layer section style game, this will be cool. And when you play it, it is in fact not like that at all. It is a bafflingly hard, like frustratingly difficult for no real good reason, vertically scrolling shoot 'em up. It looks a bit like Tatsujin had a baby with Dodon Patch and created this. It is a good looking game, created this sprite fest you have here. This aircraft looks exactly like the one from Neo XYX, I think it's called, which was a game on the Dreamcast. Anyway, that's besides the point. You have music which superficially sounds a bit like layer section, so that's cool. You're kind of thinking, oh, this is going to be another layer section, I'm excited. And then you play it and you find out that it isn't. It's not fair as layer section is. It's mean. It's a meanie. It doesn't like you. It is more Tatsujin than layer section. You have lots of green glowy things flying around, which is all well and good. The Saturn version was actually a very poor conversion. It didn't have all the visual effects that you see here, so the tube thing in the background on this level didn't rotate. It was basically a sprite which just zoomed in and out, and it looked shit. So that's all in order. So the Saturn version is not only rare, but it's a visually cut down experience in comparison to the arcade machine. So when I bought it on the Saturn, it was about sort of 30 to 40 quid, I seem to remember, and this was literally 15 or 16 years ago. So what's the year, what space year are we in? 2024? So this is like 2009, something like that. I plumped to pay for the game, and yeah, I was incredibly disappointed, and I traded it straight back in. But here it is on the Egret 2. This is on the Volume 1 cartridge for the Egret 2. And as you can see superficially, it's nice. You kind of look at it and go, what's he on about? This looks like a top game, but you can see how kind of boring and laborious this section is anyway. The plot of this game is something to do with this robot dude who's now completely... Well, he's doing the twist, from the 1960s or 50s, whatever it was, twist and shout. He's going through time. He goes through time, and you end up in the Second World War on the next level. So they have to draw lots of different time periods, and that's. I suppose it was a lot of work for no real benefit, because the shoot 'em up action in this isn't that exciting. I don't remember if this tunnel section here was like this on the Saturn, but looking at it, whereas alpha blended over the top of something else, I doubt if it was as good as that, to be honest, considering they couldn't get the rotating tube thing working in the first level. This grass has got like a colour cycle thing on it, making it look like a water grass. Yeah, so this game is just mean. It's mean to you. You get sniping enemies in a Tatsujin style. You don't really have a lot of weaponry to take down these things. Everything is it's a bit Euro shootery in terms of most things take more than one shot to kill, so you don't get any satisfying waves of popcorn enemies, like these tanks are taking a long time to dispatch. This bit is highly irritating. It's easier just to launch a bomb at this point. The timing on the gun in the middle versus the timing on the small guns shooting their bullets suckers you in every time. It's designed to take a life off of you. Like, moving in front of the gun means that you're moving into loads of flak. This tank boss is incredibly... well, it takes a long time to kill. It's not really a boss, it's kind of like a mid-level enemy. It's just everything in this game is slightly fucking tedious, like in terms of like trying to kill it. The little, like I say, the little graphics for the little spaceships are cool. You've got your typical Dodon Patchy, Don Patch kind of craft. They're almost like one-for-one copies, really, aren't they? I don't know if this game came out before Don Patch or Dodon Patch, but you have the helicopter, which doesn't have a spread shot like Don Patch. You've got the red ship, which actually looks pretty cool in here. You have the airplane thing, which is a departure. But yeah, it's very familiar. And as I said, the tunes superficially sound like Layer Section, but it's nowhere near as catchy. What's the point of this, other than to bore the arse off me? So here we go. Gekirindan. If you want to play it, I'd suggest you give it a go on emulation. And don't buy the Saturn version. Don't think, oh, there's a Saturn version there. I'll spend 200 quid on that because it's rare. It's not as good as the arcade version. It's missing a load of stuff. Well, just effects basically. But it's a boring ass game. So, along with Gun Frontier, which is on the same cartridge, you get, I mean, if you've got the Egret 2 Mini and you've got Volume 1, you can get them both on that cartridge, and that cartridge is, well, it's not cheap, it's about 70 quid, I think. It comes with a load of other games, but yeah, it's got these two shoot 'em ups lit. But yeah, this is not exciting. So, that was a quick look at Gekirindan, just to warn you not to buy the Saturn version. I've played it on the Saturn, I've had it, I sold it, it's boring. Here's the Egret 2 version, and as you can see, it's a bit dull. But good looking, and alright sounding. So, presentationally, groovy, gameplay wise, a bit boring. And unreasonable. It's a very unreasonable game. Alright then, ta-ra.